Salah, who you can put you're the smoke. You can put the stats down. And that's great. You are the greatest stat man in Premier League history.
I do think he's a diver. When the going gets tough and someone puts it on him,
he's 100%
he'll disappear from a game.
Mohamed Salah is the most disrespected footballer in the world right now, and one of the most underrated footballers of all time. As you guys should know, Liverpool just came off of a 1-0 win against PSG at the Parc des Princes. And the crap I've seen put on Mohamed Salah's name today is absolutely embarrassing. If you're a real Liverpool fan, not the ones that be twerking and shaking ass for rivals online, searching Salah's name on Twitter should get your blood boiling. People are acting like Salah's been playing like Brian Hill this season. Let me remind you guys, we're in March and Salah has 33 goals and 22 assists. This guy hasn't had a bad performance in over 6 weeks, and when he finally has one shit game, people are already talking on his name. And there's always one person they bring up when it comes to Mohamed Salah, and I can't believe we're still talking about him. I'm hearing Hazard. Eden Hazard, you know, the Burger King merchant. I'm hearing his name being put with Salah in big 2025. The same dude that was kicking ball with Chunks and Angry Ginger a couple weeks ago. Like, how are we still dragging Eden Hazard's performances in 2015? Like, I saw someone pull up a chart of Hazard's performances against PSG. And the thing was, he didn't win a single one of those games. Okay, he had a good performance in them, but the team didn't win. And here's the one thing I can say about Salah. The only game in which he didn't perform that actually costed Liverpool was the Nottingham Forest one. People want to talk about the performance against PSG today. It was a horrible performance, don't get me wrong, but we ended up winning regardless. Let's compare him to his Ballon d'Or contender Rafinha, or what people want to call him, pure football. Where was Rafinha against Atletico Madrid? Barcelona did not win that game, by the way, but okay, he could have one bad game. Where was he against Leganes the game before that? Okay, you know, 2 bad games, not bad. Where was he against Real Sociedad? This person that's apparently pure football and so much better than Mohamed Salah couldn't help his team in 3 crucial La Liga games. Imagine if Salah did that. People would have stopped talking about it for another 5 years. And then I see this whole narrative that Salah is not a big game player. But let's talk about Salah in big games. 4 goals and assists against Manchester United, 2 goals and assists against Chelsea, which won us the game, an equalizing goal against Arsenal, 4 goals and assists against Champions League Aston Villa, 4 goals and assists against the current Premier League holders, Manchester City, the first ever player to get 2 goals and assists in back-to-back games against the champions. And I forgot to mention 2 assists against Leverkusen as well. And apparently he's not a big game player. People just talk on the internet for no reason.
But my argument has always been that I just don't think he's world class. But again, world class is a different opinion. What I think to world class is, would I want my children to play like that player? That's what I think is world class. So if I was asking my kids to go to be forwards, I would be saying I would like them to look at what Vinicius Jr. does as opposed to Mohamed Salah.
Vinicius Jr., the king of Favela, Puchacha all inside of his body. He only has 1 league goal in 3 whole months. Imagine if Salah got 1 league goal in 3 months. People will be saying that he should be in League 2. I don't know if you guys watched the Madrid versus Atletico game, but Mbappe and Vini in that game were stinking. But you don't hear people talking about it. It's just Salah's standards are so high that he's unfortunately becoming a victim of it. Like, he scored a brace against Southampton, but people are going to be talking about, oh, it was just 2 penalties. I saw an Arsenal fan talking about, what if Liverpool didn't have penalties? How does that make any sense? It's not like we robbed these penalties. We won them fair and square. And here's the thing, right? Let's just say Salah goes on a perfect run from now on till the end of the season. If he has just 1 bad game, people are going to be talking about him like he's some championship level winger. And to be fair, if you're going to play such a high level of football over such a long period of time, it's something that's just going to happen naturally. It's always Salah, Salah, Salah. And I'm telling you guys, when we win this Ballon d'Or, I don't know about other people, but I'm going to be the most unbearable person of all time. I'm going to put him in conversations that he shouldn't be in. I'm telling you guys now, if Salah wins the Ballon d'Or this season and I hear Eden Hazard even in the same radius as Mohamed Salah, we're fighting immediately. And you know what's crazy? These aesthetic merchants or these aesthetic people, the only reason why they're saying this crap about Salah is because he doesn't wind his waist against defenders. And listen, I know Salah isn't the best 1v1 dribbler, but his goal scoring and playmaking puts him levels above anyone else in this league. And when we win this Ballon d'Or, he will be the reigning, defending, undisputed Premier League GOAT. And you people can argue with your walls. And you know what? I'm gonna end on this beautiful video I saw on TikTok.
Haaland and Salah are victims to their own ridiculous standard. I've been seeing tons of Premier League Team of the Seasons all across social media, and for some reason, these two guys are being left off a lot of them. Now, I get difference of opinion and all that, but some people, this guy in particular, Tom Garrett, his reasoning was just off. Because if you think Haaland's been a better striker than Solanke or Watkins, apparently you view football on a spreadsheet. And it's apparently pretty reasonable to think Bowen is better than Salah, because Salah is just better statistically, but he's been poor in a lot of games this season. Not only is he extremely pretentious, but fucking stupid as well. You really think if Haaland didn't come through on his first season in England, destroy the league, break every scoring record in sight, and then win the treble, that we'd really be having these conversations? Even when he's slightly scoring less than his record season last year, he has 18 goal contributions in 14 games while improving his all-around play from last year. Not only that, but this season, without KDB, the guy that was supposed to be carrying him the whole time, he's been by far the best goal scorer, the best transition player, has 3 players dragging across his nuts every time he touches the box because he has so much off-ball impact. But no, I'm watching the game through Microsoft Excel. This extends to Salah too. The guy has been consistently one of the best players in the world for the past 7 years, so now he's getting compared to the likes of Bowen. He's been the best creator in the world this season and is carrying the entire load of the best offense in the league. So what are you trying to tell me? This all-around shit that people like to harp over is the most casual thing ever. Like I've said in the past, this is the definition of being an aesthetics merchant. The best forwards in the best teams are going to be direct. They will mess up. There will be incompleted actions because that is just the natural risk you are playing with at the highest level. It's just naive to think otherwise. You don't think if you put Solanke, Watkins, Bowen, Kudus, whoever you want to throw into this team of the season, you don't think if you put them on City or Liverpool, put them up against a low block every single time, that they wouldn't seem more imperfect, that they wouldn't have less overall play? It's just a shitty excuse. Stop giving pity points to other guys and putting Salah and Haaland on different standards just because they've done well in the past.
This video was made last year and it's still valid till this day.
Hopefully you guys enjoyed this sort of rant, because when I saw them tweets, my head went to Mars. I'm not even gonna hold you. Hopefully you guys enjoyed, of course, and I'll see you guys whenever the next time is. Goodbye.
The all-time Premier League 11 right-wing position is now Mo Salah.
I think Cristiano Ronaldo 07-08, the Ballon d'Or season.
What about Beckham?
Probably then you got David.
I wouldn't say. I'd say the way that he gets in over Ronaldo is just the fact that this is his 8th season of that relentless consistency and the output as well. His output's better than Beckham's, and he also played in whatever way Liverpool needed him to play.
But the output's going to be better for a player that's in a front three, rather than being in a traditional 4-4-2 where they've got to track back, they've got to go forward. So it's a different role, isn't it?
But then you could also say that in Salah's defence, you could say he's had to play quite far out wide in a lot of those seasons to suit the team. He's had to drop deep to pick up the ball for Liverpool a lot of the times that they play. So just because he's a right winger on paper, he's not necessarily played that far.
Salah's responsibility is to score goals, whereas David Beckham's responsibility was to create goals.
I mean, Salah's 5 assists away from David Beckham, so he can also create goals too. And he was also creating so many opportunities for Darwin Núñez in the last couple of seasons that weren't even put away. So